Today I just want to chat with you a little bit about the difference between practice versus performance, mostly as it relates to your practice. Might sound a little strange, but looking back over the course of teaching for the last 30 years and seeing students struggle with things that they probably really shouldn't have, it really makes me question what's going on in the practice room. So here's a couple things I have in mind. First of all, the difference between performance and practice. Now, for a lot of people, they're going to think, well, this is pretty obvious. You know, you're sitting in your practice room, practicing on your bed, and the other one, you're envisioning yourself on stage playing. Well, there's a big difference beyond that, and it all happens in your head. When you're practicing, your subject matter is under the microscope. You're giving it your full attention in every detail, much like ripping apart a car engine. If you were to watch someone tear apart a car engine in their driveway, pieces would be everywhere. This is the equivalence of practicing. This is where you rip things apart, you get down on a microscopic level, and you figure out what it is that's wrong, and then you go in and you fix that one or two little things that are wrong. This is a slow process. This takes time. This takes repetition. This is not performance. Performance is a different matter altogether. In your head, you are free. You've done all the prep work that you could possibly do, and now it's go time. You're on stage or wherever you're performing. It could be a video, it could be a live stream, anything like that. But you've done all the prep you can do. You gotta let it go and just have fun and enjoy the music and enjoy the situation. That's performance. The problem I'm seeing, and sometimes it's live in person, I'm seeing people perform when they should be practicing. What I mean by that is I can show someone a lick or a part of a song, and very quickly they'll get the notes, they'll get the idea, they've got it memorized very quickly because maybe it's just a small part. But instead of doing the logical thing of practicing, again, bringing it down to a level where you can understand it and get a grasp of it, they start performing it right away. In other words, instead of practicing it smartly, they attempt it 20, 30, 40, 50 times, still not getting it. And I'm in the room with them or over Skype or whatever. And I'm watching them just attempt it over and over and over again, not once getting it. Now, my first intuition is to stop them and say, hey, you know, right now you're not ready to do it at the speed you're at. Sometimes they listen to me and sometimes they insist that they're going to get it this time, and I watch them again, over and over and over again, attempting it until finally they get frustrated and now they're open to my suggestions. Billy Sheehan once said, you can't run with the ball until you've caught it. Think about that. That's exactly what practice is. I've heard other people say, well, if you're not making tons of mistakes, you're not practicing. You need to separate those two parts of your playing. You need to understand that the mental aspects of practicing are not the same as performance. And when you want to get something down to the level where you can perform it, you need to be able to shut off the performance part. You need to forget about attempting it for the most part. You need to get a grasp of it. You need to control it. So one thing I tell my students, which sometimes comes across a little funny sounding, but I'm okay with a little humor, I tell them, be a control freak when you practice. I go, not in real life. But in practice mode, that's exactly what you should be. You should be the foreman at a factory watching for every piece that goes down the line and making sure nothing comes out that's not good quality. That's basically the mindset you want when you're practicing for the most part. Performing, that guy's fired. You basically just have to go out there and have a good time. And if you can make that distinction, if you can implement those differences in your practice versus performance modes, I think you're going to find you're going to have a lot more success with the things you struggle with, and you're going to have a lot more fun when you're performing. Check it out. Let me know if you have any other questions about these ideas, and check out this video for some more ideas along the same lines.